Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So as you know that we have started the PySpark series, and with my previous video we have discussed about the with column rename function. So that function is used to rename the column. So let's in this video we are going to discuss about the with column function. Like suppose we and about the schema. So suppose we have an file electoral bond file, right, which we have used for the previous video. So I have just read this file, and in my previous video I have explained like how we can rename the column. Like we got this file, right, row file, in which like we having serial number, date of encashment, name of the political party, which having the spaces. And like as we know that in Excel we can store our data in columnar format, and we can pass the column name uh, in a space as well. But in database, right, we don't pass space because while manipulating, selecting the column name will be difficult. So for that, what we did, we have uh, rename all the columns which were into the spaces format or not into the more meaningful way. So we make those column name into the more DB DB purpose and meaningful way. So let's start. Today we will discuss how we can rename the schema. So as of now, if we look into the schema, right, wait, I'll show you. So this particular database, right, if we'll print the schema of this particular database, what we will get, we will get that all the schemas are into the string format, right? So what we have to do, we have a question like we while loading into the database, we have to this serial number, right, which is in integer format, we have to convert into the integer format. This date of encashment should be in date format, and name of political party should be in a string, account number should be into the integer format, prefix should it is in string format, so we will keep into the string format. So let's see how we will overcome this issue, right, while means doing that schema changes. So for that, what we will do, we will create one new df, and we will type here schema. So and in this schema, what we will do, we will take df.clean because we required this name, okay, these new names. And with the help of with column, this with column is a function by which using which we can create new column as well as new calculated field. So what we will do with the help of with column, let's select this serial number. So we will paste it over here, and we will give comma, then we will give app dot call. So let's import these functions which we are going to use further. So for that, what we will do, we will import PySpark dot SQL dot functions as f. So we have import this SQL function, then we will import from PySpark dot SQL dot functions import call. After that, we will import from PySpark dot SQL dot types. So we will import integer type. So let's do one thing. We have df dot this schema bond clean schema with column. We have given f call. We will pass this serial number. Then we will cast it. And what type we are casting? Integer type. So our data type has been converted to this. Let's run and we will check. So if we'll check now, right, over here, and we will just give df bond a schema dot print a schema. So this print a schema is a command to you command used to print the schema of a data frame. So if we'll run this, right, we can see integer format. And now like if we'll keep this so show, so okay, there is one extra bracket, so we can see it's got converted. Now what we have another column over here, so we will just copy this with column because our everything will be same. So we'll just break the line, and I'll just keep here. And okay, so with call, yeah, now what we will do, we will put this in cast date, okay. And over here in cast date, we will use this. Again, we will use this and dot cast, and we will use over here date type. So we'll import that function first, date type. Then we will type over here date type. Okay, using this f call over here, right? We will use f to date. So we will use to date over here, then we will give the column name, and instead of casting we will just directly go to this and to guess remove this, and now let's check what we are getting. Also we can see, right, uh, our older means let's go for the older schema. I'll just keep over here n is equals to 2 and keep this and print the df clean. So if you look into this 12th of April 2019, so over here we are getting 2019 12th of April. So if you look over here, right, our older data was into the string format, but our converted date is into the real date format, right? And for that what we use f2's date. So f2 date, what it did, it take our column value. It, if you look into these functions, right, def to date, so this date will it will take column name, then format, like what format it is. So our string format was what earlier format, it is in y, so first it is in date, then why we have given mmm, capital mm, because it's into the string format. So once we pass the string format, then it will capture that, and it's having first three character of the month, so that's why we have passed the 3 month 3 then year. So this way, like, we can change the date type. If we have any date type, we can change that. So for a string, right, we don't require anything to change for the string type, because it's already, if you look into this print schema, just type print schema, remove this. I don't want to view this as well. Remove that. So see, in case date become date, political party is already into the string type, so we don't require to change that. Then account number is in a string type, so we have to change that. So for that, what we will do, we will take this, and then again we will take this with column, and we will paste over here. We will use this account number, and this account number we will paste over here, then we will put over here, and instead of this date type, right, we will import another thing, uh, integer type, or we have already imported the integer type, so no need to import that. So just remove this and try to print this. So it has been converted into the integer, right? So like just show it, and we can see account number is into the null format. So why it is happening? If you look over here, account number of political party, right, it's having the star in beginning. Due to this, it is not getting converted into the proper numeric format. So what we have to do, we have to first clean this thing. Okay, we have to first remove this star from here, and then we have to use only this 5.99 for the account number. So doing that, we will see in another video like how we can clean the data. So as of now in this video we are discussing about the schema, so we will discuss totally about the schema type, how we can convert. So we have seen integer type, we have seen date type. These two are most important thing. Like date is the most important thing. Many people used to have like date how to convert. If they will get this type of the format, they used to stuck like how to convert properly. So I'll show you. If you have string date, right, April, APR. So for that you will use capital mm three times. For the month, for the date you have to use a small dd, and for the year you have to use a small yy, then it will get converted into that. So let's talk about the other schema. So others column we have, let's other column we have account number, which is into the numeric format, then prefix will be into the string format, bond number should be into the numeric format, or like check bond number, yeah, bond number should be into the numeric format. So just keep over here bond number and give into the numeric format. Then what we required this demonetization, we have amount, so we will keep amount over here, and we will keep this amount as well into the integer type, then, or like decimal type, we'll just try to keep decimal type, decimal type. So just give decimal type. Now remove this. Another any more column we required amount, branch code, pay and pay tailor. So these two more required branch. Okay. So let's skip this. Okay, so one, two, remove this and just keep it over here. BRN code way. We'll use integer type, then payTailer integer type. So let's run this. Now we can see right over here. Let's print the schema of this. Print a schema. We can see serial number is into the integer format, in cache date is into the date format, political party is in the string format, account number is in integer format, amount is in decimal format, branch code is into the integer format, pay tailor is into the integer format. So we have clean our data according to the proper use. So in next video, right, we will see why it is not getting converted into the integer type, like what's the issue over here. And for that, like uh, we'll just check this, and we will handle this, like how to remove the extra character, like how we can trim these things. So we will check into the next video. So we have done through the PySpark data frame, right, this thing, and same thing we can do through the SQL, like the SQL, right? So what we will do into the SQL, suppose we, this one is our older data frame, right? Just let's look into this, because we have created this dear bond dot schema, dear bond schema, which having the proper this schema aligned, right? But if you print this this clean, right, wait, print. Okay, so let's just keep this. If you look into, all are into the string format. So what we will do, we will create an temp table. So this one create or replace temp view is used to create the temporary view. So what we will do, we will create this and give the uh, schema temp. Okay, so what it will become, it will become a temporary view. And for that, what we will do, we will use df uh, bond schema and just use view. Okay, iscus 2, and we will just put a spark.sql. And in the SQL statement, right, either we can create one variable and we can put, or directly we can put select. Okay, and just suppose we want to convert this uh, serial number. So what we will do, cast. Okay, and we will type this over here, and we will keep as integer or int. Okay, and we'll just give as sr from, and we will give this a schema temp table. And let's run this. So what will happen? Okay, so put 1 2 3 2 3, and now run it. So let's see, we will just print the schema of this dot print. So we can see, right, we have only selected one column, which is serial number. So we are getting only one integer format or one column schema. And if you look into df clean schema, right, we are created table from df clean schema, where the data schema is, just use print a schema over here, and this serial number is in a string format, but we have converted into the integer format. Now, like if we'll give this in cache date, it will be into the string format. Just give comma over here and put it. And see, this is into the string format because we have not converted. So we can cast this into the proper schema format. So what we can do, we can put similar, like suppose this SQL statement, right? Just do this and put one SQL variable, SQL, and put where iscus to, just put this, and now just copy this sq variable and put it into this one. It will simply run. So if we have bigger SQL statement, and for the debugging purpose, if you want to keep into the variable format, we can do that. So I hope you have understood the both way, how we can use with column to change the schema of our data frame, as well as through the SQL. So hope you have liked this video. If